Well, I think the big thing is that, you know, I'm very, very, very happy for our players and our university in the state of Minnesota. It was a team effort out there today, and I think that that our game was a great college atmosphere, and I truly believe that the fans and the students and our players played with a lot of emotion today. And I think we all should be tired. I know I'm tired, but I know that it's a great feeling for those kids, and very, very, very proud of them. And we had some great lessons learned today, and hopefully we'll continue to move on with those lessons. So with that, I'll take on any questions.
Talk about the onside kick. Did you practice a lot that during the week?
We practiced that. I've been doing that particular onside kick for about 13 years. Actually wrote a little paper on how we teach it and those kind of things, and had a kid from Florida teach me that. And we've worked on it all the way since the day that we got the job here. But you know, it's one of those things, you use it in critical times, and sometimes it backfires. And we practiced it last week, thought we might use it or practice it every week, but I'll kick it on Friday, and if we don't execute it on Friday, I'm not kicking it on Saturday. And but we executed it well on Friday, and you know, I felt our defense had been out on the field way too much. We needed to pick up an extra possession, and it was great executed. Now our two guys, we doubled their end, doubled their tackle, and kicked the ball in behind it. And it was a great kick, great execution, and you know, I really truly believe that it you know, kept the ball in our hands. I think we had the ball in the fourth quarter all but about a minute, something of that nature. So a big pick in the game. But of course, if it doesn't work, you know, there are a lot of people be questioning what the heck we were doing. But sometimes you got to roll the dice to turn momentum, and we felt like it was a 50-50 shot, and it just worked out on our side this time.
It looked like Iowa was playing a little back on that. Would you have tried it anyway if they were up closer?
Well, you know, we wouldn't. No, you know, it's just like anything. If they had been hugging and expecting the onside, we certainly wouldn't have done it. And we talked about that when, you know, you make split-second decisions, you work on all these things, but you got about 30 seconds to make a decision. We had a TV timeout, and, you know, I talked to 2 or 3 coaches, and I said, hey, what do you think? I said, you know, I think it's a good time. I said, you know, talk to the defensive guys. I said, I think the defensive kids are tired, and I said, I don't want to give them the ball back. And they said, we're with you, Coach. That's all I needed to hear. I want somebody with me in case it didn't work out. So in case I had to get, you know, somebody to get after me in the stadium. So they're with me, and we rolled the dice, and it's well executed. And certainly the most unbelievable thing about it is the young man has kicked it. I'm truly, again, he's a walk-on player here. I don't think he's ever really kicked in high school. He's a soccer player. He's kicked off one time here, kicked off. And today, he was put in a situation because Chris Hawthorne's got a strained quadricep muscle, tried to kick before game. I walked out there. Usually I kind of go around. I walked out there early and watched him kick. And here's a youngster that, you know, boy, you know he's got a great feeling. His feet probably hadn't even hit the ground, but he did a great job kicking field goals. He kicked off well. And, you know, it's a tremendous story. You know, Caleb Bach, a youngster that he wasn't even practicing in the spring. He's a walk-on player that I told him he screwed more drills up and was driving me crazy, and you know, he had all the reason in the world not to say, I'm tired of this old man. But he's hung in there, and here all of a sudden Olsen gets out. That's who we got to put in there, and the kid does a heck of a job. So we had a lot of stories, and the great thing about that is it probably taught me a lot today. You know, you can accomplish a lot of things if you want to and you believe. And some of those kids that were put into those duties, you know, those things that happened to them today, they'll take on for the rest of their life. It'll make them better men because they stayed with something and they had success. So that's what this game ultimately is all about.
Coach, the last couple of weeks you talked about the progression of Marquise. It certainly continued forward again tonight.
Yeah, I think it's just like anything. It's until you get confidence. I think quarterback gets confidence with the coaches and offensive line, and you just kind of got to get a feel for what you can and can't do. And I think as things went going on, everybody starts to believe in everybody. And that's a beautiful thing when that happens, but you have to give him the credit for that, because we've been talking to him about leadership. It was brought to my attention. I was coaching on, out on the field, but, when DeJuan fumbled the ball, he called the offense up and got after him a little bit and said, hey, this ain't gonna happen again. We've kicked ourselves in the foot way too many times, and I seen him over there talking to the defense, and that's what you're gonna win. All starts at that position. That guy's got to be a respected youngster, and he's got to be a player. And I think he grew into that today. Again, this is one game. We got to keep moving forward, but it certainly was a big growth spurt in his development today.
Coach, it's the second year in a row the fans rushed the field after beating Iowa. What was it like for you just seeing them there? Your first time experiencing that?
Well, the great thing about that is it's a tremendous feeling. To be honest with you, you see that deal, and as a coach, you kind of go, is this thing over, or for sure it's over, and then you kind of walk around, but it was great to see the fans and the students, and it's if we can get this thing going like I believe we can, this is unlimited potential what we could be. And today's an example of it. We just got to keep working, but because we have passionate fans, we have passionate students, we got everybody that's passionate, and we just got to continue to get a product out there that wins. And when that happens, good things happen. But I don't believe we win the game today if it wasn't for our fans, and I'll tell you why. They had 4 shots. We kicked the ball back to them. They had plenty of time. And that quarterback's a good player, and he took 4 shots, and they went empty, and then we're walking in, and then we walked out of a coverage and switched coverages on him, and he couldn't check. Reason he couldn't check? Because of the stadium. Our stadium and fans had much to do with winning the game at the end of the stretch than anybody did. And I've been on that other side when you can't hear anything, and there's no question it affected those last 4 or 5 plays. So that's what it's all about. That's why they call it home field. So it was important that that happened.
Can you talk about your offensive line and the way it seemed to dominate Iowa's front four through the course of the game?
Well, I don't know. Again, I'll have to watch film before I use the word dominate or anything like that. I don't know, and have to watch the film. To be honest with you, I'm truly amazed as many injuries that we've had up front. And people that played in the offensive line certainly understand that there's so much communication that goes on in that position. And losing Olsen, we couldn't go to a couple of guys at Horton couldn't practice all week because of back spasms, and didn't want to put him in because he hadn't practiced. And so we were so thin. And Coach Linegrover, I give him credit. He says, put Bach in. He knows what to do. I believe in him, Coach. Get him in there. Let's don't play with somebody that's 60 or 70%. Put him in there and played pretty hard. And I'm sure we'll pick film apart and all that, but give the kid credit, So I think when you play hard and you get things going your way, and we needed, we got a break or two today. We had 3 sacks, and Kyle Henderson, again, another youngster that was a walk-on player. We just put him on scholarship for his senior year. Makes a huge play in a football game. So there's a lot of lessons in that you can do a lot of things if you work hard, you play hard, and you believe in yourself. And we had all kinds of lettermen at our practice. Some of them are sitting here today. Is that a tremendous booth? Our lettermen, when we're in our locker room before the game, they've been out to practice. They talk to the kids. I want to really make sure people understand that it has nothing to do with Coach Kill. It's been a group of people that's helped win this game, and you got to stay with these kids, and it's going to be a long road. But it's good that we've had all the help and support, because it's the difference today. I guarantee you, to one of those young kids, when somebody comes out to practice or something, it means something to them. And I think they played hard because of it, and that's what it's all about. We're all going to have to push together to get the program where everybody wants it.